the Maples family, with Rel being obviously the key guy that got this whole thing started, getting my father involved, and the decades of the 50s. In 1954 it was built. And the Jensen family also, who runs the Sky Center and the new Sky Center. You know, those three families really are all part of the heritage of what makes this experience pretty special. And along with the Watson family, Clayton Watson, who ran the SkyLift for 2 decades before his son took over, and has been running it for going on a decade and a half. So for a long stretch of the experience that people have been coming for generations has been basically under the tutelage of the Watson family, under our family ownership. I'm second generation, and the Maples family, and you know, the Miller family, who are now involved in the Gatlinburg Inn. So it's lots of interwoven family connections that have gone through decades and decades, and it's pretty fun to have that kind of, you know, length of relationships, and you know, we expect that to go for 3 or 4 more generations, and we're setting it up that way. So it's pretty cool to think about it in that context. Clayton was he was the fire chief, or he was assistant fire chief, I think, and he came on with us in the early 60s. I mean, it wasn't much more than under 5 to 8 years from when we opened it. He wasn't the first manager, but he ran it for most of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and retired in the 90s. And his son, so his son's been on the helm for probably going on 20 years now plus. So, you know, just such focus on customer service and that friendly, you know, they exude the Southern friendly hospitality gene, and they really embody that in all the interactions with customers here when they come to SkyLift Park.
Yeah.
I mean, I mentioned the generations of ownership, the generations of management, generations of people involved in all aspects of it. But the customers, the amount of generational interaction, we have photos taken of people with their grandkids, and those grandparents are on the chair with their grandparents. I mean, multiple generations over that 65, 70 years has happened, and it's a great honor to obviously be involved in something that's got that kind of connection to so many different families, when it's a tradition for people when they come to Gatlinburg. And I know for myself, I remember riding the lift with my grandfather, you know, and my father, and I'm with my kids, I've got 4 of them, and having, you know, the 5-year-old sitting next to you, and they're pointing at the flowers and the trees and the needle, and you know, all the different things you see around in the distance. It's really pretty special.